How do I evaluate medical malpractice cases? Hi, I'm Guy DiMartino. I am a Northwest Indiana medical malpractice lawyer, uh, prior chiropractic physician, have handled multiple medical malpractice cases in the state of Indiana and in the state of Florida. I've represented patients and I've also represented doctors and hospitals. So I get bunches of calls questioning whether somebody has been a victim of medical malpractice. And whether or not the hospital did something wrong or not is not really the initial analysis that has to be done. The initial analysis that I do in my office is I assume that what the patient is saying was medical malpractice. So you call Guy up and you say, the doctor did so and so wrong, and this is what I think happened. They committed malpractice. Okay. My next question is, let's assume that there's medical malpractice. What is the result of the medical malpractice? You see, in the state of Indiana, in the state of Illinois, in the state of Michigan, in the state of Florida, if you are going to bring a medical malpractice claim, you have a whole bunch of hurdles. All of these states have set up bunches of hurdles for patients. So, if you are going to pursue a medical malpractice case, because the way that the law is set up, you have to have serious, permanent injury or damage or death. I know that that sounds ruthless, but that is the way it is. Let me give you, for instance, somebody calls up and says the doctor committed malpractice. I say, okay, I will agree with you without knowing any of the facts that the doctor committed medical malpractice. We're on the same page. What was the result of the medical malpractice? Next question is answered. I had to go and have a second surgery. What was the result of the second surgery? Well, my recovery took 3 months or 6 months longer. Said, okay, how are you doing today? Oh, I am doing pretty okay. You might have a medical malpractice case, but you're not going to have a medical malpractice case that a lawyer is going to be able to take. Because a lawyer who's going to jump into a medical malpractice case going to have to put years of their time and energy into the case, thousands of dollars into the case from medical experts, from medical records, and they have to overcome the bias that patients experience when bringing medical malpractice claims. So, in the example that I just gave you, if you had to have a second surgery, the question is, how was the second surgery paid for? Oh, my health insurance, Anthem, Blue Cross, and Blue Shield. So then I say, well, if you have the second surgery, you have to pay back Anthem all the monies that they paid because of the medical malpractice. So what you are doing is you are hiring a lawyer, they are spending thousands of dollars, and all you are is a collection agent for your health insurance. Okay? So you have that issue. Did you miss any work? Well, no, not really. And we know that you had 3 months of additional care, additional pain. It took you for additional recovery. What is a jury going to do with that? They're going to give you $5,000 for 10 months or 3 months? They're going to give you $50,000? They're going to give you $100,000? A lawyer is just not going to take that kind of case because of the way that the law is set up. That's just the way it works. And that's why folks will be calling lawyer after lawyer And sometimes the lawyers don't want to have the hard conversations with the person, and they say, oh, I have a conflict. Oh, I'm not taking any more cases. But the truth is, you might have been wronged, but just because you were wronged does not really mean that you have a basis for recovery. Sometimes folks get really snarky with me, and I say, okay, you want to pursue this case? It's $500 an hour. You pay a $10,000 retainer, and we will go ahead and get the medical records, and we will go ahead and start the process. If it's about principle, then you as the patient have to want and put your money behind your words. You can't ask Guy DiMartino or any other medical malpractice lawyer to say, okay, fund my case for $10, $15, $20, $30,000 when the potential recovery on the case can be $50,000 or $60,000. It just doesn't work that way. If you have any questions regarding a medical malpractice case, you can always reach out to me. I am Guy DiMartino, meeting you at the intersection of law and medicine. Have a great day.